What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, there's a lot of pictures and a lot of video surfacing of King Kong, once beaten Cuban heavyweight Southpaw contender, who will be rematching and getting another opportunity against Olympic bronze medalist, undefeated WBC American heavyweight champion Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder next Saturday in Las Vegas, Nevada. This will be their second go around the block for the second time for these two devastating heavyweights. I notice a lot of people feel like, they're looking at Luis King Kong Ortiz's physique. They're looking at him being in shape, and you're mistaking that for success. Now, what I mean by that is, don't get me wrong, stamina and conditioning, that's a major part, especially in the sport of boxing. So it definitely has a lot to do with the sport of boxing, right? But I think too many people are making too much of it. And they're saying, oh, well, this go round, he's gonna complete the task. Meaning Ortiz is gonna complete the task of defeating Deontay Wilder. I think a lot of people feel like they letting that 7th round success, they're overstating the 7th round success. I think that Deontay Wilder definitely made some mistakes in the fight, and I definitely feel like Ortiz capitalized on a lot of those mistakes. But without those mistakes, what did Ortiz do in the fight that you could say, he'll close the show this time? Right? Because if Deontay Wilder doesn't allow himself to be in that position to get hurt and get counted, like I stated in one of my other videos, I broke it down, and if you go back and look, you'll understand what I'm saying when I said that, he allowed himself to be in that position to get counted with that hook, that right hook and the straight left, which got the party started. Right? It got the entire party started with Wilder, having wobbly legs and being buzzed or hurt, or however you say it. He said he was buzzed. You got people that's gonna say, oh, he was hurt. He don't want to admit it. Whatever floats your boat. Right? At the end of the day, right? Deontay Wilder survived the 7th round. Right? But I hear a lot of people talking about the 7th round and Deontay Wilder nearly being out. But there was other moments in the fight that Ortiz was nearly out. But you don't hear about people talking about that. Right? The 5th round, Ortiz was nearly out. Right? And go back and watch the 5th round of that fight. Watch Ortiz nearly be out. Nearly be done. Right? And nobody mentions that. Right? Because ultimately Deontay Wilder closed the show. And so because Deontay Wilder closed the show, you don't hear people talking about that 5th round. You understand what I'm saying? You only hear about the 10th round mainly. Ortiz is going to be in better shape. But like I told you guys, it wasn't stamina that hindered Ortiz from being victorious. Had nothing to do with stamina. What happened with Ortiz was, yes, he did get fatigued, but he got tired of getting hit. I'll say this again. He got tired of getting hit. And in that fight, remember, Deontay Wilder didn't do a lot of body work in that fight. He didn't do a lot of body work for him to fatigue. Ortiz got fatigued of getting hit. And it was a slow-paced fight on top of it. So people, go back and watch the fight and understand that it was a slow-paced fight until outside of the little battles within the war. And when I say that, I'm talking about the knockdown. I'm talking about Wilder being hurt in the 7th round. Outside of that, it was a pretty slow-paced fight. The fight itself was pretty slow-paced outside of that. And so what I'm saying to you is, what I'm saying to you guys is this. Why did he fatigue? He fatigued because he was getting hit. He didn't fatigue because he was throwing punches and then ran out of gas. No, that's not what happened. He fatigued because he was getting hit. And so that's the reason why I'm telling you stamina wasn't the difference maker. Because you get a lot of people that feel like stamina was the difference maker. I got some people that tell me, you know, Ortiz is in shape, Wilder's in trouble. Huh? He was in shape the first fight. Yeah, he might be in the best shape of his life this fight. But that don't guarantee him a victory. He just might be in the best shape of his life. It looked like he's in the best shape of his life, but looks could be deceiving. Looks could be deceiving. Don't allow Luis Ortiz, how he looks. Floyd Mayweather always say this. Some fighters are more concerned how they look on the scale than how they perform in the ring. So looks could be deceiving. You understand what I'm telling you? Don't let Ortiz's look fool you. Don't let Ortiz's training method fool you. Listen, he was always in shape. Nobody talked about him not being in shape when he wins fights. He's only lost one fight, and that's the only fight people talk about him not being in shape in. This is the only fight that everybody talks about. Well, if he was in the best shape of his life, well, that's a testament to Deontay Wilder. We understand that. Because people are going to say, listen, well, you got to be in the best shape of your life when you step in there with Wilder. And I understand that. Yes, you do. But that's when it comes in. That's when it comes into play. Is when it's with Deontay Wilder. When it's not Deontay Wilder and he wins, nobody's talking about the shape he's in. So he knocked people out being in worse shape. Right? He couldn't knock out Deontay Wilder and he was in good shape. Trust me. Luis Ortiz wasn't in bad shape in that Wilder fight. So I'm glad that he's going to bring his best, because there can be absolutely no more excuses. Because now what's going to happen is this. People are going to say, well, he was in the best shape of his life, but Father Time is undefeated. That's what's going to come. I already know what's going to come. He's in the best shape of his life, but Father Time is undefeated. That's exactly what people are going to start to say. Right? When he comes up short. Because I truly believe that Deontay Wilder is going to put an exclamation point on this fight. I believe it. And he's going to do the same thing once he steps in the ring with Tyson Fury February 22nd. But you're going to hear all the excuses. So what I'm doing is debunking all the excuses. I want to debunk all the excuses. Right? Because this sets up for failure. Right? This sets up for an excuse. Right? So now it's going to, the first fight, he wasn't in shape. The second fight, they're going to say, well, he was in the best shape of his life, but Father Time is undefeated. That's what they're going to say. That's going to be the headline. I already know that's going to be the headline. And so, no, it puts a asterisk by Deontay Wilder's victories. That's what it does. It puts a red mark by it to say, yeah, but. No, he was in great shape the first time. He couldn't close the show, and it had nothing to do with stamina or conditioning. But it had everything to do with Deontay Wilder wore him down. That's what happened. Wilder wore him down. He didn't just fatigue because he didn't have the proper training camp. You know, I heard Ortiz say, well, you know, I had a lot of distractions. Okay. Deontay Wilder had the flu, major flu, going into the fight. He didn't fatigue. And we know this to be a fact because he was he came in the lowest weight he ever came in his entire career. The lowest he came in his entire career. So we know this to be a fact. Right? And he didn't use the excuse. That wasn't a stamina. If you have the flu in a major way, that affects your stamina. He was able to close the show. And I never heard anybody talk about Deontay Wilder lacking stamina in the first fight with Ortiz. Not one time. Why isn't that an excuse? Why aren't people saying, I hear people saying he survived, but why aren't people saying and applauding him and saying, listen, with the flu and being there with the toughest test of his career, he passed the test. Why? Why isn't that a thing? Why aren't people saying, listen, this dude had the flu and was able to muster up the energy to stop Ortiz, drop him multiple times. Ortiz didn't drop him one time. Ortiz didn't go in the fight with the flu. The most I hear people saying is, well, his strength and conditioning wasn't at par. Nonsense. It's always an excuse when it comes to Deontay Wilder because nobody wants to give him full credit for doing anything. Nobody. And so when you hear Ortiz now saying, you know, well, I had distractions outside of the ring, so did Deontay Wilder. So did Deontay Wilder. That didn't stop the party. It didn't stop the party. The party continued to go. And he continued to proceed to win in dramatic fashion in the fight of the year. So, as far as I know, Ortiz didn't have the flu. So, if Ortiz didn't have the flu, and all you was doing lacking a little bit of stamina, then you was on an even playing field once again. So this just proves that Deontay Wilder is just a better fighter. So I just wanted to debunk all the notions, and you know, people as soon as they see any pictures or any footage of Ortiz training, and it looks good, but it's fool's gold. Don't confuse that with success, with him being going to be successful. Don't confuse the two. It's great. Every boxer is in the best, in tip-top shape. Man, they get on the scales and they look chiseled out of a comic book. Most of them. Ortiz, yeah, he looked chiseled. He looked in great shape. And it's a testament to hiring new strength and condition coach, Larry Way, who I believe is the best strength and condition coach in the game. He's better than Alex Ariza. Everybody gonna give Alex Ariza all the praise in the world, but I don't hear people praising Larry Wade, and he should get the praise. So, for that, you know, yes, he will be. This will give him a better chance to be victorious. This will give him more of a chance. But don't confuse this with saying, oh, look at the shape he in. Wilder's in trouble. No, he ain't. That could actually work against Ortiz. And how could it work against Ortiz, you ask? Because he's going to trust that he could throw more. He's going to trust in his stamina. And it could be fool's gold, which allows him to make mistakes. The more output, the more mistakes you're subject to make. So if he feels like, listen, now I'm in the best shape, I can let my hands go. That's what you must do. But remember, in doing so, it puts you in return in danger as well. So I just wanted to debunk the notion that he wasn't in shape and that was the difference maker, and now he's gonna go into this fight with the best strength and condition, because he will. Larry Wade, that's a testament to Larry Wade. Shout out to Larry Wade. So it's a testament to Larry Wade. He definitely will go in this fight with the best conditioning he's probably had in his career. But nobody used that as an excuse as to why he won all his other fights. But everybody wants to use it as an excuse for why you come up short. No. Point blank and period. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.